By the time you finish watching this video, over 8 million cups of coffee will have been drunk all around the world. Yep, coffee is that popular. It's been fueling humanity for at least 1,500 years, and some even argue it helped spark the Age of Enlightenment, which led to some of the most transformative ideas in history. But where did this magical drink come from? And what exactly does it do to our bodies? The story goes that it all started in Ethiopia with a 9th century goat herder named Kaldi. He noticed that his goats were more energetic after munching on some red berries. Naturally curious, Kaldi tried them himself, and voila, coffee was discovered. These berries, which come from the Coffea arabica plant, eventually made their way across the Ottoman Empire, and by the 16th century, coffee was spreading through Europe like wildfire. In Europe, coffee houses became the hub of intellectual and social life. These weren't just places to get your caffeine fix, they were the original think tanks. Business deals, political debates, and groundbreaking ideas were all brewed over cups of coffee. Some historians even argue that without coffee, the Enlightenment, a period that revolutionized science, philosophy, and politics, might not have happened. Think about it. Giants like Kant and Voltaire were known to consume copious amounts of coffee. Voltaire allegedly drank up to 72 cups a day. This mental fuel helped them challenge the status quo, question the Catholic Church's interpretation of the world, and turn to science for rational explanations. The ideas that emerged during the Enlightenment led to the overthrow of monarchs, the rise of democracy, and major scientific discoveries. All fueled, at least in part, by coffee. But coffee's history isn't all sunshine and enlightenment. It also played a role in the darker chapters of history, like the transatlantic slave trade. The French, for example, used slaves from Africa to work on coffee plantations in Haiti. By the early 1800s, Brazil was producing a third of the world's coffee using African slave labor. So, while coffee fueled intellectual revolutions, it also had a hand in some of humanity's darkest practices. Fast forward to more modern times, and coffee has become deeply intertwined with capitalism. Companies started giving coffee to their workers, not out of kindness, but to boost productivity. The coffee break was born, and it became a fundamental part of workplace culture. Today, we drink over 2 billion cups of coffee every single day, making it a $90 billion a year industry. But what happens when you drink coffee? Let's break down the science. The main active ingredient in coffee is caffeine, which is actually the most widely consumed psychoactive drug on the planet. When you sip that cup of joe, caffeine is absorbed into your bloodstream through your intestines. But the real magic happens when it hits your nervous system. Caffeine has a chemical structure similar to adenosine, a substance your body produces that makes you feel tired. By binding to adenosine receptors, caffeine blocks that sleepy feeling, keeping you alert and focused. Your heart rate might go up a bit, and your brain kicks into high gear, helping you stay awake and attentive. Caffeine doesn't just keep you awake, though. It can improve your mood, help you fight off fatigue, and even boost your physical performance. That's why so many athletes use caffeine as part of their training regimen. Depending on your metabolism, these effects can last anywhere from 15 minutes to a couple of hours. But as with all good things, moderation is key. For most healthy adults, the recommended maximum limit is around 400 milligrams of caffeine a day. That's about 4 or 5 cups of coffee. Going over that can lead to some unpleasant side effects like insomnia, anxiety, and even heart palpitations. And in extreme cases, like chugging 12 cups in a short time, you could even experience toxic effects like seizures. But don't let that scare you off. When consumed in moderation, coffee can actually be good for you. Studies have shown that regular coffee drinkers have a reduced risk of developing type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even some types of cancer. And it's not just the caffeine. Coffee is packed with antioxidants like chlorogenic acid, which may help protect against these diseases. So, the next time you sip that cup of coffee, think about all the history, culture, and science that goes into each drop. It's more than just a beverage. It's a drink that's shaped the world in more ways than one. Whether you're drinking it for the taste, the caffeine boost, or the social ritual, coffee is truly a remarkable part of our daily lives. If you found this video as energizing as your morning brew, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest content. And hey, tell us in the comments, how do you take your coffee? Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. We will see you in the next video.